Hey there, Trailblazers. I hope you enjoyed that super fun, super cute picture book all about the balloon dog. The balloon dog is one of my most favorite art pieces. And you can tell because I have a whole little sculpture of the balloon dog, but he's absolutely my favorite. And I hope you guys also enjoyed learning about the artist behind the balloon dog. All right, Jeff Koons, who's pretty awesome, and you should definitely check out more of his work. He is amazing. So boys and girls, we are going to start part 1 of our lesson, and we are going to use balloon dog as the inspiration for our next lesson. You guys are going to be drawing and creating your own balloon dog that we are actually going to save for next week when we complete the lesson. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this sculpture right here that I have. Okay, so the balloon dog is a sculpture. Okay, he's a 3-dimensional shape. All right, so what that means is that balloon dog is not flat like this piece of paper here. All right, it is completely flat. The balloon dog is 3-dimensional. Okay, just like we are. All right, we are also 3-dimensional. So this little balloon dog takes up space. It has length and he has width. All right, and you can see all around him. So if I pick him up, I can see him from different sides. All right, from the top, from the bottom. All right, so he is a 3-dimensional shape. Now let's talk about 2 things. Let's talk about highlights and shadows. And what are highlights and what are shadows? So highlights, all right, when you look at the balloon dog, you can see where the light, where these brighter spots are. Okay, those are called highlights. That's where the light is hitting. And then you see the dark spaces. Okay, those are shadows. That is where the light is not hitting. All right. And so we are going to be creating highlights and shadows on our balloon dog today. All right, so I'm going to move little balloon dog out of the way and we're going to get started on the lesson. So what you're going to need for this first part of the lesson is a piece of colored construction paper. Now your construction paper is going to be the color of your balloon dog. So pick the color that you're going to want for your balloon dog. Now if you do not have construction paper, you can just use white paper and you can draw everything on there and then you'll color it in and then you can add the shadows and the highlights as well. All right, so you're going to need construction paper, something to draw with, something to outline with. You will need some scissors and also something to add your highlights and shadows with. You will only need one color. You're going to use the same color as your construction paper. All right, so if you chose purple, then you're going to use a purple crayon, marker, colored pencil, anything that you have. All right, I'm going to use my oil pastels, and then you're going to need a white. All right, because we're going to use the white to add our highlights and we're going to use the purple to make our shadows. All right, so you will need something to color with. All right, so the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to create a oval stencil, okay, an oval shape that you're going to use for your balloon dog. It's the only shape we're going to use other than these 2 shapes right here, which I know it's hard to see, but you will need to draw a rectangle, which is going to be for the end of the tail, and a triangle for your nose. All right, and we'll talk more about these 2 parts later, but I just wanted to kind of just give you guys a little heads up. So you will need a tracer. Now, depending on how big your paper is, that's going to determine the size of your oval or your balloon dog. Now I have a pretty large piece of construction paper, so I was able to trace out all 7 of my ovals, and I kind of want my balloon dog to be a pretty good size. So your oval does not have to be as big as mine. Again, it's totally up to you how big you want your balloon dog. You don't want him super, super big, all right? So you kind of want to keep your ovals to maybe a medium size. And so all you're going to do is, to come up with your tracer, you're going to just need to basically just draw out an oval, okay, like this, and then cut it out and then you will have your tracer. All right, so the next step that you're going to do is you're going to trace out your ovals onto your colored paper. You are going to need 7, okay, you're gonna need 7 ovals. All right, so I'm gonna finish tracing over my last 2 ovals, just like this. Okay, so you are going to want to give them an outline. All right, so like I said, you should have 7 ovals. All right, 7. Then you're going to draw a rectangle and a triangle. Okay, now once you are done with that, you are then going to begin adding your highlights and your shadows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with my white, and you're going to add the shadows right along this curved line right here, okay, to the right, on the right side of all of the ovals. You want your highlight to be the same on each of the ovals. So you're just gonna go like this, okay, kind of like a curve. You're gonna follow this natural line curve that it makes. Whoops, sorry guys, I feel like my camera is moving a little bit and I apologize. And again guys, you can use a crayon, you can use a marker, colored pencil. It is totally up to you, whatever you have available. All right, so once you've gone and you've done all of your ovals, you are also gonna do the same thing on these 2 right here. So continue on the right side, just like that. There we go. So we have our highlight. That's going to be where the light is hitting the balloon dog. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my purple and I'm gonna add my shadow, and I'm gonna go to the left side now. And it looks really cool once you start to put together your balloon dog. So just make a curved line. And then you're gonna, of course, do the same thing on the tail and the nose part. All right, guys, pretty easy. The next thing you can do is, now you can choose to either cut out your ovals now. You will not be putting together your balloon dog today because I just know how much time it takes to cut out. It's gonna take you guys to cut out all of these ovals. And so you do not need to put together your balloon dog today. We're gonna save that part for next time. There's going to be more to our balloon dog. So we're not just making our balloon dog. We are actually going to create a background for him next time. And we're gonna put him together. So you can either cut out your pieces today and then save them in a Ziploc bag if you want. But it's totally up to you if you want to cut them out today or if you want to cut them out next time when we put together our balloon dog. Okay, and as you can tell, I cut all of my ovals off of that big paper because that large paper kind of just gets in my way. And so I want to remove all of that and make it easier for me to get to my ovals, all right? So boys and girls, this is going to be the first part of the lesson. You are going to trace out 7 ovals. You're going to create your shadows and your highlights. And also don't forget the tail and the nose. When you are done, you have the option of cutting out your pieces and putting them in a Ziploc bag and saving them for next week. Or you can just cut out your pieces next week. It's, again, totally up to you. I don't want you guys to lose any of your pieces. So once you're done, just go ahead and place it all in a Ziploc bag and save it for next week. All right, guys? So that completes the first part of the lesson. I hope you had fun drawing your balloon dog. It's even more fun putting him together. He's gonna come out super cute. So again, I hope you enjoyed that first part. You do not need to submit this first part of the lesson either. So just again, hold on to all of your pieces for next week. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.